The High Commission of India, Kuala Lumpur, warmly welcomes you to the India at 75 celebrations. Our High Commission is presenting a series of Ayurveda videos on various health topics. This is the fourth video on this series. Greetings everyone. In this tough time of COVID-19 pandemic, one of the most heard word is that of immunity. Every day we come across terms like immunity boosters, immunomodulators, immunocompromised, and more confusing terms like non-specific immunity, specific immunity, immunosuppressants, etc. Basically, we do know that when a person has good immunity, he can fight the infections effectively. But how to achieve this good immunity? Are there any medicines that can improve immunity immediately? These questions have been coming to my mind since this pandemic started. And now we have the opportunity to get answers to these questions from the Ayurveda expert Dr. G. Harini Ramya, MD, Ayurveda. Dr. G. Harini Ramya is the Ayurveda physician deputed by the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India to the Traditional and Complementary Medicine Division of Ministry of Health, Malaysia. She is working at the Traditional and Complementary Medicine units at Hospital Rehabilitation Cheras and Hospital Port Dickson. Good day to you, Doctor. What is immunity as per Ayurveda?
Namaste. Ayurveda has defined immunity in a nutshell. The Ayurvedic term for immunity is Vyadhikshamatvam. Vyadhi means disease and Kshama means resisting or enduring. So the term Vyadhikshamatvam is the ability of the body to resist the disease. The modern medical science defines immunity as the ability of the organism to resist the microorganism or its toxins. You would be surprised to see that Ayurveda defines Vyadhikshamatvam as a two-pronged process. One, the ability to subdue the strength of the existing disease called as Vyadhi Bhala Virodhitvam. Two, the ability to arrest the onset of the new disease, Vyadhi Utpadaka Pratibandhakatvam. The first one is the specific immune response against the particular disease, whereas the second one is the non-specific immune mechanism that curtail a disease even before it starts.
Doctor, as I said earlier, specific and non-specific immunity, etc., are very confusing to me.
Yes, they can be confusing terminologies. Let me explain with two examples. First, where do you see the moles? The moles are usually seen in a congested, damp and dark room without any air movement. When the room is well illuminated by sunlight and with free air movement, you cannot see any moles growing in there, right? This is what Ayurveda says as Vyadhi Utpadaka Pratibandhakatvam, that is, creating an internal environment that will not allow any disease or harmful microorganism to survive within the body. This is the non-specific immunity. Next, let us say if you are rearing a dog at home, it will bark and attack the strangers coming to the house, but it will not attack the family members, right? Similarly, the immune system will react against the strength of the disease or a particular organism and protect the body. This is specific immunity or Vyadhi Bhala Virodhitvam. The modern concepts of immunology have been explained by the Ayurvedic masters in a beautiful way very long time ago.
Thanks for explaining it with simple examples, Doctor. How to improve immunity through Ayurveda?
Firstly, I want to tell you that improving immunity is not a magic. I mean, you cannot get immunity against diseases in a single day or in a single week. Building immunity is a gradual process.
Really, Doctor? I thought I can improve my immunity by taking some herbs.
Yes, I understand. Not only you, many people believe that they can improve immunity by popping up some herbal supplements, but that is a misconception. You have to transform your body's internal environment so clean that the harmful microbes from your surroundings cannot survive in there. The supplements can cleanse the body, but you have to work on some methods to sustain the healthy body.
Methods? I thought you would be suggesting some herbal supplements to improve immunity. So, what are these methods, doctor?
The Ayurvedic techniques to improve immunity can be narrowed down to five basic things. If you concentrate on these five things said by Ayurveda, you can promote your immunity and prevent the diseases. They are 1. Ponder your plate. 2. Maintain your metabolism. 3. Execute your exercises. 4. Reform your rest. And 5. Mind your mind.
Sounds interesting.
Yes, let us see each of them. The first one is ponder your plate. This means that you have to be careful of the things you eat. Each and every cell of the body has to get proper nutrition in order to function optimally. And your immune system is no exception from this. A food rich in proteins, good fats, micronutrients, and minerals is essential for keeping the immune system active. Hence, make sure you have good amount of fruits, vegetables, plant and animal proteins in sufficient quantity on your plate. Fruits have to be taken in the first part of the meal, and it is better to take only one type of fruit at one time. The food should be warm and hygienic. It has to be wholesome and contain articles with all the six tastes. It should be easy to digest and yet contain sufficient quantity of good fat. So in every meal, ponder your plate whether it contains all the nutrients. To digest a heavy meal with more artificial ingredients, the body will have to spend more energy and resources, and this will exhaust the body. And many times, the unhealthy components in the food will destroy the healthy microorganisms in the gut. Avoiding the heavy to digest, unhealthy, spicy, and oily foods is the simplest way to keep your immune system active. This method removes the stress on the body function so that it can concentrate on fighting the microbes.
What about the second technique, doctor?
The second technique is maintain your metabolism. The gastrointestinal tract starts from the mouth and ends at the anus. It is the system that is under constant threat of harmful bacteria, viruses, and other toxic chemicals in the food. But do you know the gastrointestinal system is also the home for millions of useful bacteria, protozoa, and others called as gut microbiome. These organisms have specific role to fight against the harmful agents that enter the body. Recent researchers say that there is an immune system in the GI tract which effectively protects the body from the diseases. When you see the Ayurvedic definition of health, it emphasizes on the state of Agni. Ayurvedically, Agni is the factor that is responsible for the optimal digestion, absorption, assimilation, and metabolism of food in the body. It ensures proper metabolism starting from gross level to cellular level. Ayurvedic texts state that almost all the diseases happen when there is a poor functioning of this Agni. The life and death of a person depends on the state of his Agni. The healthy state of Agni is equal to the healthy state of the gut microbiome. Hence, it is important to maintain the Agni
Then, how can we maintain this Agni or metabolism, doctor?
There are 5 important things that can affect the Agni. 1. Eating healthy and unhealthy food articles together, like eating a bowl of salad followed by any carbonated drink or any beverages like coffee. 2. Eating before the digestion of the previous meal is completed. 3. Eating without respecting the body's demands, like eating very little or none when there is a strong appetite, or eating very heavy when there is no hunger at all. 4. Eating when you are disturbed mentally, like when you are angry, when you are sad, or watching a stressful program on TV, or attending a business call while eating. All these things can disturb you mentally. 5. Doing activities immediately after eating, like bathing, brisk walking, exercising, or having sex. These 5 actions can upset the Agni. Hence, if you want to maintain your metabolism, stay away from these 5 actions.
Doctor, you said that executing the exercise is the third technique. But how can I go out for the gym during this movement control order?
You know that gym is not the only way to work out. Any continuous series of movements that makes the body tired can be called as exercise. Ayurveda says that bala or stamina of a person is one of the contributing factors for his Vyadik Shamatva or immunity. You can go for a walk at a pace that is comfortable to you. You should concentrate on your body movements during that period. Or else you can do simple yoga postures at home. If you do not know yoga, you can do warm-up exercises, just mobilizing the joints. Many researchers have recorded the positive impact of exercises not only on the prevention of lifestyle disorders but also on the promotion of immune status. Exercise also improves your mind and makes you think smarter. It is essential that you have to do at least 45 minutes of a continuous physical activity every day. If it is difficult for you to do 45 minutes on the day 1, you can start with 25 minutes and gradually increase it to 45 minutes over a week. And make sure that your room temperature is warm or above 25 degrees while you exercise. It is better not to have your aircon on while exercising.
I had this doubt when you said reform your rest. What is there to reform in sleeping, doctor? It is just sleep.
I am really surprised that you are not aware of the benefits of a good sleep. Sleep is not a simple like many people believe, and also it is not a waste of time as many people think. Adequate sleep is an activity of great importance, especially in building a strong immune system. That is why Ayurveda considers sleep as one of the 3 pillars that support the human body, the other 2 being proper food and regulated sexual activity. It is important to have a proper sleep routine like you have a proper office routine. It is the time when the whole body relaxes and recharges itself. The human biological clock is aligned to the movement of the sun, and therefore it is essential that you sleep and wake up paralleling to the movement of the sun. With the increasing usage of television and mobile phones, people are spending more of their sleep time in front of the screens. Many of them take their mobile phones to the bed, keep on scrolling the screens, and doze off after a long time. I think you might be one among them. Am I correct?
Very true, doctor. As I don't fall asleep immediately going to bed by 11, I just go through my phone.
The issue is that you do not recognize your body's demand for sleep.
I do not understand, doctor. I just force myself to go to bed by 11, but I could not sleep immediately.
If you observe closely, you will realize that you feel sleepy around 8 at night. But usually, you will ignore that call because you would have not had your dinner at that time, or you have a soccer match to watch, on the television. So you will have your dinner by 9 or 10, and by then your sleep would have drifted far, far away. After swiping the mobile screens for hours, you would fall asleep around 1 and wake up the next morning feeling tired. This happens not only in your case but in many people, including young children. That is why I use the word reform for sleep. You have to reform your evening routine. Have early dinner when you have a good hunger, no screen time for at least 1 hour before bed. You can read some books if you have time. You recognize your sleep sign and go to bed. By this method, you can wake up early and fresh on the next morning. It might take a while to establish this routine, but when there is sleep deprivation, your immune system will not function effectively. Good quality sleep is an essential part to develop and maintain strong immune responses.
Oh, I think I really have to make great reforms to fix my sleep pattern, doctor. By the way, why did you mention about mind in the context of immunity? Immunity is about the body, and what role does the mind play in this?
My friend, you have to appreciate the deep perspective the Ayurveda masters had in this regard. I believe you would have seen someone with a very small physical problem, like a small wound, creating so much fuss about it. Whereas someone with a serious condition like heart disease will be having such a positive attitude and face things calm and composed.
Yes, doctor. I have an uncle who stayed positive even after a big cardiac surgery.
The same example has been quoted by the masters of Ayurveda, and they have emphasized that a positive, cheerful attitude is an important factor to promote immunity and fight against the diseases. Have you heard of psychoneuroimmunology? This is the new branch of medicine that explores the effect of psychological factors on immune system and nervous system. The current researchers prove that there is a connection between the antibody formation and psychological stress. Positive thinking and positive attitude can improve the immune system components like cytokines, etc., and thereby improve the body's defense system. Following these 5 mantras will make your body unfavorable for any harmful microbe to survive, and that's how you improve your immunity.
Good to know these techniques, doctor. Are there any specific measures in Ayurveda to improve immunity against this COVID 19 infection?
Yes, apart from these 5 techniques, there are specific Ayurvedic measures advised by the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, to protect against infections during this pandemic. Let us start with the healthy morning routine of 3 procedures. 1. After brushing the teeth, the first procedure is nasya or nasal medication. You have to dip a cotton bud in coconut oil or sesame oil or ghee. Tilt your head backwards and instill 2 drops of oil in each nostril. You may experience the oil or ghee coming at the back of your mouth. Do not swallow this. Stay in that position for a minute or two. Then rinse your mouth with warm water. The second procedure is to do steam inhalation. Ayurveda advises a specific method for inhalation of steam, and this has to be followed compulsorily. First, boil water and add ajwain, biji charam or dan podina to the water. Once the vapors come out, close your left nostril with your left fingers and deeply inhale the steam through your right nostril. Exhale the steam through the mouth. Repeat this step for 3 times. Next, close your right nostril with your right fingers and deeply inhale the steam through your left nostril. Then, slowly exhale the steam through the mouth. Repeat this step for 3 times. Lastly, close both your nostrils and inhale deeply through the mouth. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Repeat this step for 5 times. You have to remember that the exhalation should always be through the mouth and never through the nostrils. The final procedure is doing the add half a teaspoon of turmeric to the glass of warm water. Again, add 1 to 2 spoons of rock salt to the same water. And gargle your throat and mouth with this water. This morning routine clears the nose and the mouth, which are the entry points for the virus. Next, making a decoction of herbs that are easily available at home. Boil about 200 ml of water in a saucepan. Add a small stick of cinnamon, 5 to 6 peppercorns, a small piece of dried ginger to the water. Later, add few leaves of tulasi or holy basil and 7 or 8 raisins. Switch off the stove when the raisins are cooked. Filter and drink this decoction. You can add jaggery or fresh lemon juice if you want. This decoction can be had once or twice a day, preferably about 30 minutes before food. If you cannot get holy basil, you can replace it with a half of betel leaf, daun sireh. Add local natural spices such as turmeric, ginger, garlic, cumin, fennel, peppers while cooking. Avoid the store-bought ones like mayonnaise, margarine, cheese and all the sauces. There are many immunity boosting medicines in Ayurveda like Chavanaprasha, Brahmarasayana, Ashwagandha, Amrita, etc. These medicines have to be taken as per the Ayurveda physician's advice. The Ayurveda physician will prescribe the medicines after assessing your Agni, the nature of your work, your exercise habits, and your current health status.
Are there any other advices for immunity promotion, doctor?
Yes, in addition to the 5 Ayurvedic mantras for immunity, there are some advices for specific age groups. First, for children and young adults. Please follow a correct routine. Though you are studying from home, make sure you have a separate time for studying and playing. As you are already spending so much of time in front of the computer or the mobile screens for your online classes, cut down your video games or other online activities. Read some storybooks, play outdoors safely. Second, for adults without any health issues. Follow the 5 techniques and Ayurvedic prevention measures regularly. Stress is an important factor that can disturb your immunity now. So, take care of your work and family. Have a positive attitude and you can get through this. Finally, the adults with comorbidities like diabetes, hypertension, heart problems, kidney failure, etc. Please make sure your diseases are well under control. Maintain your blood sugar level, blood pressure level, your cholesterol level, creatinine level well within the limits. The uncontrolled states of these diseases increase the severity of the COVID 19 infection and therefore the death rate also. So, the first step is to bring your diseases under control. Follow your doctor's advice and take medicines and other lifestyle modifications sincerely.
Thank you for this new perspective on immunity, doctor.
Yes, I want to reiterate that immunity cannot be built or boosted in a day. You have to work on it. Follow these 5 Ayurvedic mantras and you can build your immune system strong and sound. I really thank you for this opportunity.
I think it is better to resort to these 5 Ayurvedic mantras during this pandemic. Hope this interaction has given you an insight into the time-tested Ayurvedic methods of boosting immunity. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.